As I stepped into the office building of Johnson and Associates, the imposing silhouette of Conference Room 13 immediately seized my attention. It stood like a silent sentinel, exuding an aura of foreboding that seemed to permeate the very air around it. Tales whispered among employees painted it as a place where shadows danced with the whispers of past tragedies, and where the chilling embrace of the unknown awaited any who dared to enter. They spoke of a curse that lingered within its walls, woven from the vanished souls of executives who had met their mysterious demise within its confines decades ago. Despite the warnings, I found myself drawn to the enigmatic allure of Room 13, my curiosity outweighing any trepidation. My journey into the heart of darkness began innocently enough, with a chance discovery in the archives. An old newspaper clipping detailing the inexplicable disappearance of a group of executives during a fateful late-night meeting in Conference Room 13. Determined to unravel the truths shrouded in decades-old mysteries, I armed myself with nothing but a digital recorder and a flickering flashlight, volunteering to brave the eerie solitude of the room one Friday night. As the sun descended below the horizon, casting long shadows across the office, I ventured into the depths of Conference Room 13, a mix of anticipation and apprehension coursing through my veins. Inside, the atmosphere weighed heavy upon me, thick with an almost tangible sense of foreboding. Though the room appeared ordinary at first glance, I could feel unseen eyes watching my every move, and an inexplicable chill crept down my spine. Ignoring the warning whispers that echoed in the recesses of my mind, I set up my workstation, determined to uncover the truth that lay hidden within the shadows. But as the minutes stretched into hours, the ordinary facade of the room began to unravel, giving way to a nightmarish reality. The lights flickered erratically, casting grotesque, shifting shadows that danced along the walls. My computer screen, once a beacon of productivity, became a canvas for cryptic symbols that seemed to writhe and twist before my eyes, defying comprehension. Just as I contemplated abandoning my quest and fleeing the oppressive confines of Conference Room 13, fate intervened with a deafening bang. The door slammed shut, sealing my fate within its walls. Panic surged through me as I realized the gravity of my situation, trapped in a realm where the lines between reality and nightmare blurred into an indistinct haze. As the hours dragged on, each moment fraught with unbearable tension, whispers echoed through the room, growing louder and more sinister with each passing second. Desperation clawed at my chest as I pounded futilely against the unyielding barrier, my knuckles bloodied and raw. Yet the door remained steadfast, a silent sentinel guarding its secrets with unyielding resolve. It was only with the arrival of the cleaning crew, their voices a welcome reprieve from the suffocating silence, that I was liberated from the clutches of Room 13. But though I escaped physically unscathed, the harrowing ordeal left an indelible mark upon my psyche. I resigned from Johnson and Associates the following day, vowing never to set foot in Conference Room 13 again. Yet, despite my best efforts to bury the memories deep within the recesses of my mind, the spirits of the past would forever haunt my dreams, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked within the heart of the office building.
Within the bustling halls of Bright Ideas Marketing, innovation was the lifeblood coursing through the veins of our office. Yet, little did we know that our sanctuary of creativity would soon become the stage for a nightmare beyond comprehension, a nightmare that began with an innocuous package addressed to our CEO, Mr. Thompson. The package arrived one fateful afternoon, bearing the weight of mystery in its every crease. Inside lay an ancient tome, its leather-bound cover weathered with age, sealed with wax, as if guarding secrets too terrible to be unleashed. Intrigued by the enigmatic gift, Mr. Thompson proudly displayed the tome in our office lobby, oblivious to the malevolent force that lay dormant within its pages, waiting to be awakened. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the clock struck midnight, the tranquility of the office was shattered by the sudden awakening of the copy machine on the third floor. With a mechanical whir, it sprang to life, spewing forth pages upon pages of incomprehensible text into the silent darkness, each stroke of ink a sinister omen of the horrors to come. At first, we dismissed it as a mere glitch, a hiccup in the machinery of our modern world. But as the symbols began to manifest on every document printed within the office, our dismissive shrugs turned to anxious whispers. The once familiar hum of the copy machine now echoed like a sinister melody, its mechanical symphony conducting a symphony of dread that reverberated through the very foundations of our workplace. Determined to unravel the mystery shrouding our office in darkness, I volunteered to stay behind, armed with nothing but a flickering flashlight and a gnawing sense of dread that gnawed at the edges of my sanity. Venturing into the deserted office felt like stepping into the depths of a nightmare, a realm where shadows danced with malevolent intent, and every creak of the floorboards echoed like a mournful cry. Approaching the copy machine felt akin to facing a mythical beast, its metal form looming like a sentinel guarding secrets too terrible to be unveiled. With trembling hands, I hesitated before pressing the print button, half expecting the machine to spring to life in a nightmarish display of malevolence. Yet, instead of defiance, it obeyed with an eerie compliance, churning out page after page of cryptic messages that mocked my futile attempts to unravel their meaning. Suddenly, from the depths of the darkness, a shadowy figure materialized, its form shifting and contorting like smoke caught in a tempest. Its eyes burned with an unnatural malevolence, fixating upon me with a gaze that pierced through the very fabric of my being. I attempted to flee, but my limbs refused to obey, paralyzed by an unseen force that gripped me in its icy embrace. In a desperate bid for salvation, I seized the ancient tome from the lobby, a beacon of hope in a sea of darkness, and hurled it at the shadowy specter, hoping to banish the darkness that had consumed our office. To my horror, the figure dissolved into a swirling vortex of black smoke, vanishing into the ether. Yet, despite its disappearance, the copy machine continued its relentless activity, a sinister reminder of the dark forces that lurked within the very walls of our workplace, waiting patiently to ensnare their next unwitting victim in their web of darkness and despair. And as the echoes of its mechanical symphony faded into the night, I knew that our battle against the darkness had only just begun. As days turned into weeks, the malevolent presence within our office only seemed to grow stronger, its insidious influence seeping into every corner of our once thriving workspace. The copy machine, once a mere conduit for the written word, had become a harbinger of terror, its incessant whirring filling the air with an oppressive weight that threatened to crush us all. Desperate for answers, I delved deeper into the mysteries surrounding the ancient tome that had heralded our descent into madness. Hours turned into days as I pored over its weathered pages, searching for any clue that might shed light on the darkness that had consumed us. Yet, with each passing moment, the tome seemed to resist my efforts, its secrets guarded by an impenetrable veil of obscurity. As my sanity began to fray at the edges, I found myself plagued by visions, nightmarish hallucinations that blurred the lines between reality and nightmare. Shadows danced at the edges of my vision, whispering secrets too terrible to comprehend, while the walls of the office seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy that threatened to consume me whole. But amidst the chaos and despair, a glimmer of hope emerged, a revelation that would change everything. In the depths of the ancient tome, hidden beneath layers of cryptic text, I discovered a ritual that promised to banish the darkness once and for all. With trembling hands, I gathered my courage and prepared to confront the darkness that had consumed our office, knowing that the fate of Bright Ideas marketing, and perhaps even the world, hung in the balance. Armed with the knowledge gleaned from the ancient tome, I embarked on a perilous journey into the heart of the darkness that had taken root within our office. With each step, the air grew thick with anticipation, and I could feel the weight of centuries bearing down upon me. Yet, fueled by determination and guided by the flickering light of my flashlight, I pressed on, my resolve unshakable even in the face of unspeakable horrors. As I reached the copy machine, the darkness seemed to coalesce around me, threatening to engulf me in its icy embrace. With trembling hands, I began to enact the ritual, the ancient words tumbling from my lips like a prayer to the gods. The air crackled with energy as the ritual took hold, and for a moment, it seemed as though time itself stood still. Then, with a deafening roar, the darkness was banished, torn asunder by the power of the ritual. Light flooded the office once more, washing away the shadows that had plagued us for so long. As I gazed upon the copy machine, now silent and still, I knew that our ordeal was finally at an end. With the darkness vanquished and our office restored to its former glory, we emerged from the shadows stronger than ever before. Though the memories of our ordeal would linger for years to come, we knew that we had emerged victorious, a testament to the indomitable human spirit and the power of hope in the face of unimaginable darkness. And as we returned to our work, we did so with a newfound appreciation for the light that had guided us through the darkest of nights.
Tower Plaza rose majestically above the city skyline, a gleaming monument to prosperity that cast its shadow over the bustling streets below. Yet, beneath its polished exterior lay a sinister secret, a secret that lurked within the confines of the building's elevator. Whispers of strange occurrences had long circulated among the employees, tales of malfunctions, inexplicable delays, and even reports of passengers vanishing without a trace, swallowed by the abyss of the elevator shaft. It wasn't until I stumbled upon an ancient maintenance log buried deep within the archives of Tower Plaza that the truth began to emerge. Each page chronicled a litany of horrors, detailing a series of incidents that spanned decades. From unexplained stoppages to passengers being trapped between floors, the elevator seemed to possess a malevolent will of its own, preying upon unsuspecting souls who dared to ride within its steel confines. Determined to uncover the dark secrets hidden within the heart of Tower Plaza, I enlisted the help of my fellow interns, our hearts pounding with a mixture of curiosity and trepidation. Armed with flashlights and a sense of foreboding, we embarked on a late-night expedition to the top floor of the towering skyscraper. With each echoing footstep, the silence of the deserted building seemed to press in upon us, suffocating and oppressive. Entering the elevator, a chill raced down my spine as I pressed the button for the penthouse suite. The air grew thick with anticipation, and the faint echo of whispers danced upon the edges of our consciousness. Yet, before we could fully comprehend the gravity of our situation, the elevator lurched to a sudden halt, trapping us between floors. Panic seized hold of us as we pounded fruitlessly against the unyielding metal doors, our cries for help echoing through the empty shaft. But the elevator remained immobile, its lights flickering ominously as if mocking our futile attempts at escape. Then, from the shadows, came a sound that chilled us to the bone, a chilling laughter, dripping with malice and otherworldly menace. Hours stretched into eternity as we languished in the suffocating darkness, each moment fraught with terror and uncertainty. Finally, when all hope seemed lost, the elevator jolted back to life, depositing us on the ground floor with trembling limbs and haunted eyes. As we stumbled out into the cool night air, I vowed never to set foot in Tower Plaza's elevator again, knowing that something malevolent lurked within its depths, waiting patiently to ensnare its next unwitting victim in its web of darkness and despair. The days that followed were fraught with sleepless nights and haunted dreams, the memory of our ordeal etched into the very fabric of our beings. Yet, despite our best efforts to move on, the specter of the malevolent elevator loomed large in our minds, a constant reminder of the fragility of human existence in the face of unfathomable darkness. In the weeks that followed, rumors swirled through Tower Plaza like a gathering storm, whispers of strange occurrences and unexplained phenomena echoing through its corridors. Some claimed to have heard the disembodied laughter of unseen entities, while others spoke of shadowy figures lurking in the dimly lit hallways. As the tension within the building reached a fever pitch, I knew that I could no longer stand idly by and watch as my colleagues fell prey to the malevolent forces that lurked within its walls. Armed with nothing but my determination and a burning desire for answers, I resolved to confront the darkness head-on, to uncover the truth behind the elevator's sinister machinations once and for all. With each passing day, my resolve hardened like tempered steel, until at last, I stood before the imposing doors of the elevator, my heart pounding with a mixture of fear and determination. With a deep breath, I stepped inside, bracing myself for whatever horrors awaited me within the depths of Tower Plaza's malevolent elevator.
Got nothing left to lose. Nothing can hurt me anymore.
Oh my god, look, it's Eerie Enigma.
My life is nothing but a comedy.
I'm gonna have to call you back.